Here we go.
Who will win it?
I think Tua will win it. I think Tua should win it. If you look at Tua, what he's been able to do, he plays in the SEC, which is the toughest conference in football, and 7 teams in the SEC have a top 25 defense. The Big 12 have 0. What he's been able to do, he's taken a Nick Saban team that we think of playing defense, and that's what they're known for, and he made us look at them as an offensive football team. They're number 2 in scoring. They were number 15 last year. They went to number 2 this year. OU went from Baker Mayfield being number 3 in scoring to number 1 with Kyler Murray.
That's interesting.
Tua didn't play in 10 of the fourth quarters. That's 2.5 games in which he did not get to add to his resume.
True.
So it's hard for me to believe that he's 37-4. He would not be at least, say what, 43, 44-4, Skip Bayless. That's just, I mean, we'll never know because he didn't play. And look, he didn't play very well in the championship game, but I believe he was injured. He's been injured a lot, and he still found a way to go out there and compete. He was injured in this game, and he got injured even more. Kyler Murray and Haskins has unbelievable stats. But if you ask me who should and who will win the Heisman, I believe it's going to be Tua because I believe that what he's been able to do. Think about it. Only one team has won all of their games by at least 20 points, the first 12. That was a good team, Skip. I watched them the other day. The 1888, led by the great Walter Camp. Unbelievable team.
You were there.
Yeah, I watched them.
Interesting.
That's what old Coach Saban, St.
Really?
Nick's team's done.
Yeah.
Led by Tua.
Are you finished?
Yep.
With all of your jibber jabber?
What do you got, Skip?
Shannon, you got to give this one up. You got to face the facts. Kyler Murray is going to win the Heisman Trophy because he should win the Heisman Trophy. Kyler Murray has had the greatest single season in the history of college QBR. That's period, end of story, case closed. And Oklahoma on offense, just because of his legs and his arm, set the all-time record for yards per play at 8.75. They snapped the ball 859 times, and they averaged all those snaps 8.75 yards per play. And if we just take Kyler snaps where he either ran the ball or threw the football, on each of his plays, he averaged 10.7 yards per play. So every time Kyler Murray did something with the football himself, they got a first down, at least a first down, 10.7 yards per play. And Kyler Murray carried simply the worst great team defense in the history of college football to one of the 4 playoff berths. And I think even you would agree that's just it. That's just case closed.
They deserve to be there.
Yeah, because Oklahoma's pass defense on Saturday fell to 129th out of 130 schools, ranked schools. 129th out of 130? That's mind-blowing that you got that defense all the way to Alabama in a national semifinal game. It's impossible, and this kid pulled it off. And is he not a class act, Jenny? I mean, he's just, this is class personified.
So I guess Tua's not class.
I don't know him personally.
I don't know him personally either, but
you don't know Kyle either.
Yeah, all I know, I watch him every day on.
You watch Tua too.
Yeah, but I've watched Kyler speak. I've seen Tua speak. I'm sure he's a fine young man. But the point is, he finally got exposed against the first decent defense he saw this year.
Oh, so LSU is terrible defense.
Well, no, I'm just telling you that once he experienced some real live pass rush from the Georgia Bulldogs, he crumbled under that pass rush. He goes 10 for 25 for 164 yards. 1 touchdown, but 2 interceptions and 2 sacks.
Are you saying?
Wait. I'm not finished yet. He had a 15 QBR on Saturday. Do you realize Kyler Murray's lowest QBR of the whole year was 75? And Tua had a 15, and he also had a 38 against Mississippi State, which got swept under the carpet. So 15 and a 38, and Kyler's worst was 75.
Whoa.
And then if we just do total touchdowns, because Kyler Murray can really run the football, Kyler had 51 total touchdowns to only 42 for Tua. Wow, that's interesting.
He played 2.5. He basically played 2.5 games fewer.
Maybe
by not playing in the fourth quarter.
Maybe he got protected from getting exposed.
If you don't mind me asking, Skip Bayless, which one of the Big 12 defenses is top 25 in scoring in the nation?
It just doesn't matter because you're having to carry the worst defense.
Whoa. Yeah. If you're having to carry it and you're going against defenses that are no better than yours, well, I mean, what's the big deal? I'm missing something, Jenny.
But this is the all-time worst good team defense we've ever seen.
But he's going against other bad defenses.
Okay, but you have to outscore everybody you play. They had just won 4 games in a row going into the Texas championship game, the Big 12 championship, by allowing 40 points a game, and he would just outscore every opponent. He went to West Virginia on that Friday night and won 59-56. You want to talk about clutch? He had to make a bunch of third down clutch throws.
LSU defensively, are they any good?
They are inept on offense.
No. Was Tua Tagovailoa? Let me ask you a question. Was Tua going against LSU's offense or their defense? Was he going against Mississippi State's offense or their defense? I'm just curious. Was he going against Georgia's offense or Georgia's defense? I'm just curious if I just need
Shannon,
to know this.
You cannot defend what happened Saturday on a neutral site stage against Georgia.
You just
can't defend it
because it was ugly. Who won the game?
Jalen Hurts.
Who's going to get credit for the win?
Jalen Hurts.
No, he won't.
Listen,
it was the game. No,
it was the greatest break Alabama ever got. Tua got hurt.
Don't do that, Skip.
He was on pace, on course to have a disaster game, and they were going to be out of the playoffs.
Okay, I want you.
Shannon, it's over. You got to face it. You got to acknowledge it. It's okay.
You're going to sit right there and say, had Alabama lost, they were going to be out of the playoffs.
I believe they would have. I don't think they can put 2 SEC teams in there.
They were going to put. So let me get this straight. If a one-loss Alabama that lost to the 4th team in the country was going to get left out.
That game was on pace. If Tua kept throwing it to Georgia, it was going to be a 3-touchdown game. And all of a sudden, Jalen Hurts changed the Alabama world.
Guess what? Guess what happened, Skip? They lost by 2 touchdowns last year to Auburn and didn't even get to the conference final. And they win.
Still made it, So
I don't know.
That's Bama.
Yeah. You know what?
How can you have the Alabama Invitational without Alabama?
Didn't he do this the other day? You said, you want dew on it? And I said, yeah, I'll take dew on it.
You didn't take no dew.
I did.
No.
I took dew on this. You can check the tape.
We're going to check the tape.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I'm still going with Tua. Tua got me.
Really? Do you want dew?
Yep.
You're gonna take back the case of dew on this one?
Nope. I'm going to take this. I'll tell you what you're going to take. This butt cutting on December 29th.
Well, yeah, I will. I got the worst defense in history.
Skip,
it's a mismatch.
This is what I'm
asking. It's a mismatch.
This is what I'm telling you.
Okay.
If Kyler Murray wins that Heisman, give it back. Because you don't want St. Nick to turn them down. You don't want St. Nick to turn them loose.
I told you that yesterday.
You don't want
I used that as one of my factors that OU shouldn't even be in the playoff slot.
Coach Saban going to turn them dogs loose.
He will. He
you
will
see
turn
what he
loose,
did?
and it will be a wipeout. It will be a wipeout. But Kyler will have the Heisman.
Let's start with Saturday. Let's start with what happens on Saturday.
Heisman Trophy winners don't normally do well in the bowl game, Skip Bayless.
Are you conceding?
Baker Mayfield. Unless you go to Alabama. Unless you go to Alabama, that's the only time you do well in bowl game with the Heisman.
Conceding the Heisman.
No, I'm not conceding nothing.
Yep. We will see. All right, we're taking a break because I'm done talking about that. But before we do, today, it's Skip's birthday. Sorry, Skip. We're telling the world. So we are going to surprise you a little bit. Let's bring it out.
What is this?
That's what I get?
This is.
I have that every day.
This is actually a cake.
That's funny.
That looks
like
a cake? Chicken, broccoli, and rice. This is a real cake that I will definitely be eating later.
Really? Oh, it's a cake. It's coming apart.
Would you actually try it?
I will.
It looks
just
like
for
that?
you, Jenny.
Wow, I'm so thankful.
Oh, now you're going to eat some cake.
I might eat one bite.
Okay, but I don't know if he's actually going to eat the real cake. So we did bring him some real chicken, broccoli, and rice. Because we figure you'll probably have that. But can we just talk about how impressive this cake is?
That is.
Really
It looks
impressive.
real.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, all right. Happy birthday,
Thank you, Shannon, for that. I
Skip
appreciate
Bayless, if you weren't such a great man, I probably would have put my feet in that cake.
Would you?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
but
you're
you're a great man, and you deserve to have your day to go uninterrupted by me.
And if you put your foot in this cake, I might just put it over your head.
I'm definitely going to try some of this broccoli later if you'll share.
I like this chicken.
That is a beautiful cake. Somebody did an unbelievable
Someone did a good job.
This is sugar chicken right here.
Okay. Happy birthday, Skip. And we'll be eating in the break.
Well, that's
we'll be
what
right
Jenny
back.
wants. If it's made of sugar, Jenny definitely wants it.